Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Justin Riley, and we have a great show for you today. We're going to be learning about a great place here in Madison where you can buy some authentic European furniture, plus some awesome theatrical productions that you can see this summer, and the need for foster parents in our area. It's a huge issue, and we're going to be talking about that. But first, I am joined by our good friends from the Center for Families here in Madison, Meg Miller and Emily Olson. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Hello.
Now, Emily, I understand you are actually from Medic, which is kind of like a pediatric clinic.
So Medic is actually a student-run program through the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health. We have 7 different clinics throughout Madison, each with a little bit different flavor, serving a variety of needs of the population.
Awesome. So can you talk to us a little bit about the history and the mission of Medic then?
Yeah, so Medic has been around for almost 25 years. We started a pretty small clinic just giving free care to patients in the area. We are supported by the School of Medicine, but we also have students from physical therapy, physician assistant, pharmacy, and nursing that also help us out. Volunteer direct medical physicians organize a lot of the activities through clinic.
Awesome, awesome. Now you guys are opening up this brand new clinic here in the Center for Families. Talk to us about what was the motivation for doing that?
Yeah, so Center for Families saw a huge need in our pediatric population in Madison. Actually, almost 15% of kids are living in poverty in Dane County, and so we want to improve access to health care and really give families the medical and psychosocial things that they need.
Absolutely. And so talk to us a little bit about some of the services that are going to be offered at this new clinic.
Yeah, so Medic is an acute care clinic, so patients come in first there, first serve, and essentially it's things like day-to-day ear infections, strep throat, things like that.
Things that they would normally go see a primary care physician for,
Exactly.
but that they may not have access to.
Exactly.
For one reason or another.
And hopefully our goal is to get our patients connected with a primary care practitioner as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what does this mean for the opening of this clinic? What does it mean for Center for Families and the community that you guys support?
Well, it's huge. One of the things that Center for Families wants to do is offer things within our agency that we don't offer. And having Medic come is really helpful for the families we serve. A lot of people do have insurance and can get care, but they don't. And access is one reason, and not having a medical home.
I was just going to ask, who is eligible to receive care from this Medic clinic?
Yeah.
Well, right now, it's going to just be people who have been involved with Center for Families programs, and it's their children. It's a pediatric clinic, so they're children. But we hope to open it up to more once we get settled.
Mm-hmm.
That can kind of be like a nice little cyclical relationship where it can get more people involved in the Center for Families by getting people involved in the clinic and vice versa as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah, very nice. So talk to us about where I can find more information about Medic.
Yeah, so the best place to find information about Medic is at www.med.wisc.edu/medic. But pretty long name. But for the most part, we are holding the pediatric clinic one Wednesday per month at 7 p.m. starting on June 17th.
Very cool.
Or to make it easier, you can just go to www.centerforfamilies.org.
Okay, and that's up on our website.
Okay.
I'm curious to know, Emily, what kind of got you involved in Medic?
So I'm currently a second-year medical student, and I've really enjoyed volunteering with Medic throughout the year at their clinics, and so I became a part of the organization at large, and so my job is essentially to help clinics do what they do.
Awesome. And so is this something that you see yourself doing after you are the big doctor then?
Eventually. So I have a lot more schooling to go,
Sure.
but hopefully I'll be able to stay involved in Medic or free clinics wherever I end up.
That would be awesome.
One of the things is it's a teaching experience for students to come into the community and learn about how people actually live.
Yes.
And this clinic is going to have a social work component to also talk about family history.
Yes, so there's a big learning experience there.
Yes,
It's eye-opening,
absolutely.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Meg and Emily, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the information today. It was great talking with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. We'll learn about where to buy some really great, authentic European furniture. It's Talk of the Town on CW57. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you're looking for a place in Madison to buy some authentic European furniture, then look no further than Black Red White at Room to Be In. And I'm joined now by the owner of Room to Be In, Zuzana Repka. Zuzana, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. So your store seems to be a lot like IKEA. Is that kind of what it's meant to be?
Yeah, Justin, you can say that because it's a European concept. And Black Red White furniture is a very popular brand in Europe, and we would like to extend their offerings here for customers in the US. And it's pretty much one-stop shop for all your furniture or furnishing needs.
Awesome, awesome. And you don't have to drive as far. It's right here at home.
Yeah, right here in Madison.
Yep, absolutely. So what makes your products that you sell at Room to Be In unique?
We provide a totally different look and style and design in furniture, which is extremely popular for customers in Europe from all generations, whether being young or old. And also what we offer in our Black Red White Furniture Galleria, 3 furniture lines. So it's a basic line, Optima, and Premium. Basic, it's pretty much basic features, very inexpensive, and then Optima, most common, and it's less expensive. And the Premium furniture line, it's high-end with embedded features such as chrome handles, tinted glass, entertainment centers with a combination of solid front, glassy fronts, cabinets, and a lot of any other features. And it's most expensive.
Yes, yeah, so there's
Yeah.
different tiers, in other words.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. So I'm curious to know, what made you decide to open up a store here in Madison?
Well, it was my husband's job that we moved here. So as you see, or as you hear, I'm from Europe, and we moved here. And after my kids went to school, I decided to do something different. So I opened a store here in Madison to sell Black, Red, White products, and also to offer my interior design, and also I'm designing kitchens, so we decided to open a store here.
Very cool, very cool. Now I see that you brought some visuals.
Yes,
Can you show us
right.
maybe what are some of the more appealing things that you
this is
sell?
furniture. Pretty much this is a Optima line, as
Okay.
you see right here.
Okay.
It's a pretty common, nothing special.
Sure.
Then also what we offer, kitchen. Kitchen lines, same way. We have a basic, Optima, and Premium line for kitchen, and this is pretty much our custom kitchen with multiple colors, any lighting, hardware that you can add and play with.
Very cool, very cool. So
Yeah.
you can kind of optimize, or customize rather, what you want, okay.
Based on customers' budget.
Okay, so it's not just furniture. You guys actually do like almost a remodeling type of thing too.
We do.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Very cool. Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So, talk to us about some of the other services that you provide. We talked a little bit about the furniture and a little bit about remodeling. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit on some of the other services that you provide?
Yeah, pretty much. Our furniture comes in a flat pack, so it has to be assembled. So we offer assembly, also delivery here in Madison and out of Madison too. Moving and interior design, and also we do stagings. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And you do delivery. How far out from your store do you deliver? How far away?
We deliver to Milwaukee. So
wow, okay.
yes, that's not a problem.
Okay, wow. Okay, so if you live a couple hours out of Madison, you can still order.
Sure.
And
We can do that.
Very cool. Really quickly, we just have a few seconds left, but can you talk to us about what's been the biggest hurdle to overcome in bringing this to Madison?
Well, overall, Madison seems liberal, but it's still, I would say, little bit conservative. Midwestern communities, so it's sometimes really hard to sell lowercase kind of furniture here, lower scale furniture.
Sure.
So, but once when customers come and see our store and products that we carry, so they're coming back.
They fall in love immediately.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Simply due to what we carry and unique items, and also the lines that I mentioned that we have, that everybody finds something for their budget that they have.
Absolutely. Susanna Repka from Black, Red, White at Room to Be In. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Don't go away. When we come back, we're going to be talking about some different theatrical productions that you can see this summer with American Players Theater. It's Talk of the Town on CW57. All right. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. If you're looking for a great show or a set of shows to see this summer, then look no further than my next guest. Brenda DeVita is the Artistic Director of American Players Theater in Spring Green. Brenda, welcome to the program.
Thank you, thank you.
So for those of us who maybe don't know what American Players Theater is, can you tell us a little bit about it, give us a background?
I love what you said. You said a set of shows instead of just one show. So
Right.
we do rotating reps. So we do 9 shows, 8 shows that in the summertime that rotate. And it's set in the woods. You can come out and see a comedy in the afternoon, then go have a little picnic lunch or picnic dinner, and then under the stars, and then see a play at night. And so over the course of a weekend, in like 3 or 4 days, you could see six plays if you wanted to.
That's very cool. Now, I'm just curious, there are some of us who are familiar with American Players Theater think the outdoor theater, but you guys have an indoor theater too.
Right. I mean, I never want to, the outdoor theater is our flagship. I mean, it's gorgeous to be there. If you've been there, and it's underneath the stars, and there's 1,000 people, and there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
But indoor is just 200 seats. It's we opened it in 2009, called the Touchstone Theater, and it's 200 seats, and it's just an intimate. It's actually a really good counter to what we do up the hill.
Where can people find information about tickets?
You just go to the AmericanPlayers.org, or you can call the box office at 588-2361.
Very cool, very cool. And tell us a little bit about the season that you have coming up this summer. I'm excited to hear about it.
It was a big decision this season because we wanted to make sure I'm relatively new. It's my second season as the artistic director there, and we wanted to make sure we had a season that we all felt really, really confident about.
Right.
And also I had a really strong idea about, including more female voices. So we're doing our first Jane Austen up the hill, which is exciting. We're also doing my favorite, which is Pride and Prejudice. Also doing my favorite play in the whole world, which is called Streetcar Named Desire. And if you think you know that play or that movie, you don't, because you've not seen ours. So I think it's a gorgeous play. So we're doing it on that. That's a Tennessee Williams. We're also doing one of my favorite Shakespeare's, which is Othello. So I feel like I took the things that we love, and we also took the things that we thought the audience would want to see, but also the voices of female directors. I have 2 female directors this year. I also have my very doing our first all African American play, which is called The Island, Inside, and by Etu Fugard, which is gorgeous, directed by Derek Saunders. I'm just very excited because we have a few new voices. What is a classical theater piece? We're trying to figure out what that is, expand that idea.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's a really eclectic variety. I mean, you've got Streetcar Named Desire and Shakespeare,
Right.
in the same season.
Right.
Why these plays now? Why this combination?
Well, I feel like that idea of trying to combine. We're one of the largest Shakespeare companies in America, and so to have some idea about classical theater being, we get to choose what the next set of classical plays are, that we have some say in that we have something to say about who those authors will be. That's what I kind of feel like. Austen and Williams and Fugard. I think these are, and Edward Albee. These are authors that I'm really excited to put out there and say these belong maybe with Shaw and Shakespeare at some point in the future. Who knows?
So you guys can really kind of set precedents for other folks around the country.
Well, I would be so bold. I'll let other people say that about us. But yeah, I hope we have a voice in that. I hope we have a voice in saying these are important plays, and since most of those plays that were written before, before the 20th century or the 19th century were written all by men of a certain color, I think that that's an important part of our history and part of who we are and will never change.
Right.
But there's other things to explore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about, you said there's some new voices there. Tell us a little bit about that change in leadership at American Players Theater.
David Frank, who was with us for over 20 years as the artistic director, who was my mentor, and I worked with side by side. He retired last year, so I was the artistic director at the beginning last year. And we have a new managing director who works with me as a partner named Carrie Van Halgren. And we are two women of a certain age, and we have everything is going to go. Everything ends up being a reflection of your own life and your own taste and stuff. So the group of actors we have there for the last 20 years, our core company and I, we really are working together collaboratively to decide what we want to do at APT that may be different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the same.
Yeah.
Actually.
So what do you see besides trying to add or have a voice in adding different classics to the standard repertoire?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see happening in the future for American Players Theater?
What do I see? I see it being wildly successful. We have more people wanting to come than we've ever had before. People are really looking forward to having us, I think, simpler things, and your cell phone won't work out there. So
Right.
I feel like it's gonna offer itself as a real answer to what's becoming continually more crazy. And I have my set of crazy too, but then you go up on the hill and watch a play, and it's a whole different world out there.
Brenda DeVita, Artistic Director at American Players Theater, thank you so much for the information today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Eight, 7, 6. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Oriana Carey from the Coalition for Children, Youth, and Families Incorporated. Oriana, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to be talking about foster parents today. I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about your agency and what your role is in recruiting foster parents in the state of Wisconsin.
Okay, yes. The Coalition for Children, Youth, and Families is a statewide agency whose responsibility under contract with the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families is to raise awareness about the need for foster parents, provide information, answer questions, do training, all sorts of things in that area.
Lots of different things. So why do we need to recruit foster parents? Why now?
Well, we need to recruit. We're always in this kind of flux of recruiting because on any given day or night in our communities, something could happen and there might be a need for children to be removed from their family. We want to make sure that all the counties responsible for doing that work have enough resources so they can make good choices, good matches. We want good places for kids to go.
Absolutely, very important. And I recently learned about this 100 Days of Wishes, a social media campaign that you guys put on. Tell us a little bit more about the 100 Days to Wishes and the connection to foster care.
Okay. Well, the statewide campaign, and I would put this up, and you've probably seen this across the state,
Sure.
are about My Wish. And so from the end of February through the month of March, which is foster care, that was 100 days. And what we did is we had children in the foster care system create different wishes about things they wish. And the real crux behind the campaign is to say that foster kids are like all kids. They have wishes. I wish for a dog. I wish for these things. In this particular one that I've held up, it said, I wish for my voice to be heard. That was by a teen in one of our counties.
Wow.
And so it was to use social media to also boost interest and get people interested in the cause and our need to recruit foster parents.
Very cool, very cool. Now, I'm just curious, this young lady who did this very colorful drawing here, is she somebody who is waiting for a foster parent, or does she have one? Is she in a foster home?
She is currently in foster care.
Okay.
So we do have places for kids to go. I think that's confusing, and
Sure.
thank you for asking that clarifying question. But what it is because we have this need to make sure we have enough. We asked kids who were currently in care to help us talk to people about that.
Oh, okay, so they're kind of advocating for the program that they're a part of already
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Excellent, that's very
Yes.
cool. So what do people need to do to become foster parents? What does it take?
Well, they can go either to, we have a website for the state called fosterparentsrock.org, or people can go to their local Department of Human Services and ask them more about foster parenting. You need to be at least 21 years of age. You need to have renter's insurance or homeowner's insurance. Insurances, be willing to go through a home study process. But if you just want to learn more, going to the fosterparentsrock.org page really helps.
And those are some real basic qualities. What are some qualities that would make a really great foster parent?
Well, we need folks who want to provide support and love and nurturing, as well as adapt and learn and grow with the kids that are placed in their home. And also what makes good foster parents are the ones that recognize that they are going to be working with that child's family as well, because children are still always connected with their family.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I guess my last question would be, what do you want people to remember about foster care and foster parenting, and what can they do, even if somebody is not involved directly in as a foster parent, what can they do to help?
Well, we always ask people to learn more and then be aware of who are foster parents or children around you. To remember that our kids in care are like all kids. They're kids that difficult things happen to them. They're not difficult or they're not bad, and that the families who do this work need support, and sometimes it's as easy as helping them out or cooking a meal or just doing that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Oriana Carey from the Coalition for Youth and Families Incorporated, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And that's all the time we have for Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time.